This training is going to outline everything there is to know about the form view inside of SmartSuite. So if that's of interest, stick around and let's get into it. All right, first, in order to get access to the form view, we need to be in a solution and inside of an application. All views live within an app in your SmartSuite account. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and pick out the right solution. For us, that's going to be Sales CRM, and then we're going to drop into our Contacts app right here. So by making the selection, I flip over into Contacts. Maybe I want to create a form so that other people can enter data into the form, instantly add new records into our Contacts app inside of our solution. Pretty cool, right? That's exactly what this form is going to allow us to do. So in order to generate that form, we're going to go over here to our view listing. We're going to open that up. And we have, here's the list of all the different views. We can go down to create a new view and select the form type. We can name this form. I'll say new contact form. And we can choose whether we want this to be public or private. If you have questions about what that means, go ahead and watch our training on public and private views. And once we're good with this, we'll create the view. Now, here we have the ability to actually bring elements from our Contacts app into the form. So let's say, for example, we want to know their email address. Make that selection. Just click on it, and it automatically gets added here to the form. We also want to know their name, and we want to know their birthday. Now, I don't really like the order of any of this, so I can go ahead and bring name up to the top. I just hover over it on the left-hand side. I get that nice little move icon, and I can click and drag it and reorder the information here. You also notice that I can come in and remove any of these items. So if I don't want this, if I added it accidentally, I just click on remove and it'll pop it out and actually flip it on back over here to the available fields. I actually want to have email on this form, so let's bring it back and reorder that once again. I also have the ability to toggle on required. So if I want to make sure that people fill out all the information on the form or only particular fields, that's how I do it. So here I'm saying that the name and the email is required, and providing your birthday is optional. I can also give this a title, so I'll say, please add your information. And I can add a little description here as well. Here's the description. So that's what we have access to right here. We can also change the logo here. By default, that's showing up as the SmartSuite logo for me, but I can make a change if I'd like by editing the logo and dropping in whatever image I would like for that form. Now, the last thing I want to bring your attention to is the settings on the form. This is going to have to do with what happens after a form is submitted. So number one, we can enter a message that says, thanks for your info. Or number two, we can redirect to a URL. So if we'd prefer that they go somewhere specific on our website, after submitting the form, we can control that right here. Let's now test this form out, make sure that it works appropriately. I'm going to go back to editing the form. And you'll notice that up here in the upper left corner, I have the ability to share the form. So our options for sharing this form are either just copying this URL and sharing it with people. And then, as I mentioned, once they enter that information into the form, it will be instantly added to our SmartSuite app. Or alternatively, we get the embed code here for the form in an iframe, allowing us then to put this into our website if we want to include this particular form on a URL. So those are your options for sharing the form. In our case, let's go ahead and preview this in a new tab. So this is going to be accessing the live version of the form. And I can enter in my name here and my email address and my birthday. I will go ahead and leave blank. And I'll go ahead and submit that information. And as I mentioned, that's going to immediately appear inside of our SmartSuite account. So then flipping back into the solution, I'll change the view to look at the contact summary, and I'm immediately greeted by the new record here that has the name. And if I were to, expand this record, you'll see that I've also included the email address as well. So lots of information is available inside of the form. It allows you to capture that data, immediately plug it right into your app, and it's also seamless and comes together so easily as you just saw. We covered a lot here, so if you need to, please go back and rewatch any of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. If you have any questions about what we covered in this training, please ask them below in the comments section of this video. And until then, we'll see you in the next training.